Hey, what's up everyone? It is Jenna again. I am here for another favorites video. This month it is July. Let's get started. So, since I'm not really a beauty guru or anything, I've decided I'm not really going to show a lot of makeup because I basically use the same makeup from month to month, but I do have a lot of other favorites like movies, music, TV shows, YouTube videos, and some other products that I have found or purchased recently on Amazon. So that's what I'm going to show you guys today. So let's get started. So about a month ago, I was hanging out with some friends at an art festival and I realized I didn't have any sunscreen. I didn't have any that could fit in my purse and I could just carry around and reapply. So the next day I went on Amazon because I obviously got sunburnt. As you can see, I'm super pale, but I went on Amazon and I was looking for a travel-sized sunscreen and it was so hard to find. But I finally found one and it is by Bum, and it is the broad spectrum SPF, and I got the 50 because, again, I'm super pale. I can usually do, between 30 and 50. If it gets a little bit too high, then sometimes it doesn't really work, or if it's too low, it doesn't really do much either. So I'd say between 30 and 50 is a pretty good for me. So I really love the smell of this stuff. It smells like bananas. Oh man, that smells so good. Reminds me of summer. So I recommend this sunscreen. It's super cute packaging and it is perfect size for my purse. While I was also looking at Bum, I found another Bum product and it is their 3-in-1 Beach Formula leave-in conditioner. So I just spray this on my hair like I'm doing right now. And it's a leave-in conditioner that smells again like bananas, and it's great because it has UV protection, which I had been looking for something with UV protection for a long time. So I'm very excited that I found this. I basically live my life in my purse, so I always try to find a lot of travel size things. And I've been going to a lot of game nights recently and I hate having to lug around like a huge box of games. So I found this one on Amazon and it's called The Game of Things, and I ended up playing it with some friends at one of the parties that I went to. It was so much fun. It's only about 10 bucks again on Amazon, and I just love having it in my purse. I just throw it in my purse if I'm going out with friends and saying, hey guys, we have some time, let's play things, or any other games that are travel sized. I wish they had more of them. If you know of any, please let me know because I definitely will buy it. So moving on to some media and stuff that I've been watching. I didn't really watch a lot of movies the past 2 months. I usually watch more TV just because, I don't know, I like the character development more than movies, because movies is just like an hour and a half and you're done and that's it. But I did watch Finding Dory, which obviously is the sequel to Finding Nemo, and that was so good. I thought it was really well done and the story was really interesting. Not exactly predictable. I mean, a little bit predictable, but not super predictable. So I really, really enjoyed that. So that was my movie recommendation. As for TV, I just finished Stranger Things on Netflix. I feel like you probably have heard of it or heard people talking about it, and oh my gosh, it is amazing. It combined basically all the things I love, which is, I love 80s movies. I wasn't alive in the 80s, but it still makes me nostalgic because I've watched so many movies about the 80s like The Goonies and E.T. It reminded me a lot of The X-Files, as well as a show called Under the Dome, which is a Stephen King novel, and Stephen King novel that was turned into a TV series, and that is one of their influencers, so it really reminded me of all of those things combined. So I really, really enjoyed it. Winona Ryder is amazing. All the kids are such good actors. Basically what the story is a little boy disappears from a small town in Indiana, and there's a lot of supernatural elements, and it's all about the kids trying to find him, his mother and his brother trying to find him. And then there's this little girl that shows up out of nowhere, and she is has supernatural powers, and it's amazing. So it's only 8 episodes, so I binge watched it because it only took me maybe 2 or 3 days to watch. So I highly recommend that if you're needing something to watch next weekend. Another thing that I finished recently was this book, which is GirlBoss, which I've had for a couple of months and never got around to reading. I finally read it on a weekend trip up to my cabin, and I thought it was really good. It's more of like a autobiography, so it has a lot of business tips, but it's not so much like just business tips. It's basically her story, and I recently found out that they're making a Netflix series about GirlBoss, and it's going to be with the girl from Under the Dome, which I just mentioned, which her name is Britt Robertson. She's an actress. She's going to be playing the lead role on GirlBoss. So I think it's going to be like a mini series or a TV series based off this book. I'm not sure how much it's going to be similar to the book or if it's just going to take its own world and life of its own. But I'm really excited to see that, and I am very excited. Another favorite this month, obviously I watch a lot of YouTube. It's one of my favorite things to do. I discovered this hilarious series called Drunk Disney. It showed up in my suggested watchings because John Cozart, who I'm subscribed to, is in the video, and oh my gosh, I have watched almost all the episodes now. Basically what they do is they do basically like a drinking game while watching old Disney cartoons, and oh my gosh, these guys are so funny, and they just, I love sitting down and watching movies that I've seen a million times, just kind of commenting on them and either doing trivia or interesting things or kind of questioning the video or the movie that I'm watching. So I love doing that with Harry Potter, and I love watching Disney too. So seriously, check out Drunk Disney. So funny. It's my new favorite series on YouTube. Another thing I've really been enjoying are some new iPhone apps. 2 of them have recently come out that I use all the time on the computer, and they never had an iPhone app for them. And those are the Canva and the Picmonkey apps. Now, I use those all the time for photo editing, and they both this week finally came out with a new app. So I'm so excited to try those out and test them out and see if they're just as good as the online version. So I will leave the links in the description for those. If you guys like to edit photos or do any type of graphic design, check out Canva and Picmonkey on the iPhone, or I believe they're on Android too, not 100% sure. I have an iPhone. But those are my favorite apps this month. Now, the last thing I'm going to talk about is something I definitely want to dedicate another video to, and I know some people have channels dedicated to this, but I recently got into bullet journaling. If you haven't heard of bullet journaling, basically what it is it's a system using dotted notebooks that you can use to create to-do lists, planners, calendars, just lots of lists in general. There's a lot of different ways to do it. Personally, I really like stickers and stamps because my handwriting is awful. So here's an example of a page that I have been working on. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but basically what I do is I make like a weekly spread is what it's called. So you can do daily, you can do monthly. I like to do weekly because then I can see what's happening every week. I show what TV shows I need to watch, how many steps I've taken, just little cute things like how much water I've drank, all that stuff. To-do list, to buy, chores, weekly menu, what I'm gonna wear. Basically everything that I need is in this bullet journal. And I also have lists of like blog post ideas, YouTube video ideas, and it's just something, because I keep everything stored up in my head. So this is so great to just look at and be like, I need to write this down because otherwise I'll forget. I have a lot of meetings this week, so just being able to remember exactly where they are, who I'm meeting with, if I've emailed them or not. So those are great things to have, and I recommend getting a bullet journal like this. Just go to bulletjournal.com. I actually got this one on Amazon. I don't even know how to pronounce it. It's like Electrum, I think is what it's called. I'll leave the link. I also got some pens, a small ruler, and a lot of free stickers I found online. So if you want me to do a bullet journal video, I definitely want to do one of those. So please let me know in the comments. I can also do a couple blog posts on it and how I bullet journal. There's a lot of great people out there on Instagram. Just do the hashtag bullet journal and you'll find some awesome inspiration. So that is my favorites video for July. Hope you guys enjoyed, and hopefully I'll see you either next month or in September. Bye guys, have a great month.